let's draw a pot of burger today. Lots of burgers. Just one pot, okay? This is my watercolor, so sorry for the mess. Yeah, it looks very messy. I should have cleaned it. Anyway, last time I said I ran out of brown, so I'm going to fill it in. These are my watercolors. I usually use, I have Winsor Newton, mostly, and, what else? This one is good, Van Gogh, it's good for olive, the olive color. This one is the expensive one, as I told you. You see the price? Here, Daniel Smith. Might not be expensive for some people, but for me, yeah, that costs a lot. Like, it's like a size of my finger, and then it's like 860, and it's like 640. But it's worth it, because it's very blinky. It's very wing. Oh, this one is my favorite one. But yeah, let's focus on what we're doing today. I'm just looking for the brown, which I used burnt amber for Winsor and Newton. Just when I fill in the color, I'm just going to like put them here, you know, squeeze them. I might have to buy it again. Usually when you fill in watercolor, you have to wait for a day for them to completely dry, so you don't waste it. Like, you know, it's going to be dry like this. And if it's not dry and you use the brush and just mix the paints from here, it's going to waste a lot of paint. But we don't have a choice because I'm doing it today, so we're going to use it this way. I have a funny story to tell you about this. You know, like, there was an art student in my class. We learned watercolor. It was the first time for, I don't remember if it's a boy or a girl. Anyway, the teacher gave us this bit of watercolor, and he just put all the colors for every student. You know, it was kind of soft like this because it was not dry yet. And at the end of the class, at the end of the day, that student went to the sink and washed everything off, like all off. Like this paint tray was completely clean, no paint left. And my teacher was like, "You're supposed to let it dry and use it for the rest of your life, you know?" Yeah, that was pretty funny. But lesson learned. It was pretty funny. Anyway, this would last for like a month for me. We're gonna do some drawings of Orcas today, and we're gonna be talking about it as well. Oops, where's the tissue? I have a bad habit that I don't have tissue around me when I do watercolor, which is very bad. Right, so I already have these sketches of a pot of Orcas. We're gonna be talking about the Orca as well, not just drawing. A group of Orca. Okay, so is it a group? Can you see that? Group of Orcas. We call it pot. P-O-D, pot. Pot of Orcas. One pot of Orca could include, I don't know, 5 to 6 Orcas, or up to 30 Orcas. I'm not sure if it's like up to 60 or something, or even 100. I don't have that precise information about it, but yeah, there are varieties size of the pot. Okay, let's paint it before we gonna be talking about the Orcas. I don't have black watercolor. This is indigo. It's very dark blue. Here is dark blue, indigo blue. And I'm gonna paint it with the brown. Actually, any shade of browns would give you kind of black. Okay, so let's see this. So I have this indigo. Right. And a bit of brown. and this kind of give your black paint. So we're gonna start with maybe this one. Orcas are dolphins, you know that? Yes, they're whales. So remember this. People might be confused. So are they whales or dolphins? Orcas are dolphins. Just remember the sentence. All dolphins are whales, but not all whales are dolphins. That makes sense? Yeah, that makes sense, isn't it? They are the most intelligent creatures in the world. For me, that's why I'm so in love with them. Look at that. This one, for this one here, it's from the bird eye view side. So you just see the back, you don't see the fin. If your paint is running low, just mix indigo with browns again and you get black. So I'm just going to be telling some story about orcas, about the port of orcas. Do you know who is the leader of the pod? Can you guess? The leader of the pod is the grandma. Yes, grandmother. Grandmother is the leader of orca's pod. It's like she's the leader of the house in your house. Orca is kind of female-dominant society. They live in society, they live in group, they live in family, and they have very strong bond and relationship within each other. The grandma is going to be the leader of the group, and she's going to, while she's leaving her life, she's going to be training the mom, who is going to be the next leader of the group after the grandma passed away. So, in case a group that the grandma suddenly passed away, and the mom is not ready for leading the group, they would be very risky, because let's say it's like a house without a leader. You know, otters and whales, elephants and some other animals, they're pretty much like humans. When female or woman reach the state of menopause, that means you don't have period anymore, right? In Thailand, we call you're entering the golden age of yourself. So let's say you're like 40, like for people it's like 45 something. I don't know. It depends, right? So you'll be able to reproduce when you have your first period, and then when you get older, your period stops, and then you can't reproduce. Many animals, if the female enter the menopause state, they would just die, because Mother Nature is going to be like, well, yeah, you can't reproduce anymore, you can't have baby anymore, why would it keep you? That's a simple things to say to understand this, right? But why do we as human, we still live longer? Let's say our period stop at 45 and we live longer until we're like 70, 80, 90, 100 years old. Why do we still here? Same as orcas, after the period stop, after they cannot reproduce anymore, after they enter their menopause, they still live long, and the age of orca can reach to like 70, 80, very similar to human. The reason is that the female or the orcas in the group, the adult orcas, going to be passing on knowledge, skills, trainings for the next generations. So after you stop reproducing, you still benefiting your pot, your household, by teaching your younglings. You know, if the baby orca is born, they wouldn't know how to hunt. In case if they hunt for seal or sea lions or penguins or other whales, they wouldn't know how to hunt. Do you know how to speak when you were born? The answer is no, right? We don't know how to speak when we were born. But do you think baby snake, after 2 weeks of hatching the eggs, do you think baby snake know how to hunt? Yes, they know. So baby snake, they know how to hunt because of the instinct that they were born with. But these orcas, they weren't born with instinct of hunting. The hunting is a skill that is taught from generation to generations. Not just hunting, there are many skills. So the older orcas or adult orca teach young orcas skills like hunting. I don't want to say speaking because they don't really speak, but they do have language. They, let's say, communicating language. I'm sorry if I misspell it. So it's like speaking. What else? Playing. They do know how to play, so you have to teach them how to play. Like children, you have to teach children how to play. Living the life. Living the life, what do you mean by that? So to live your life, you have to have a basic common sense, right? So young orcas wouldn't know that boat could hurt them. The propeller of the boat could hurt them if they go near the boat. So the mom's going to be teaching them that. The auntie and the grandma, which is the leader of the group. Or even the mom is pregnant. Or even the first young female is pregnant and she was ready to give birth. Sometimes it was her first baby and she doesn't really know how to give birth or to be a mother. So the older orcas or the orca grandma would be giving advice how to have a safe birth in the oceans, how to take care of your baby, just like you became the first time mom, you know. Orcas are very socialized in their group and they have different dialects. That means they have different accents. They have each pods have their own accents and dialects. And as I told you that the orcas, they not just orcas but mostly whales, they have dialects, right? Just imagine that we baby human, we couldn't speak when we were born, right? And our parents teach us because parents start to talk to us every day on the first day since we were born, and we start hearing the language and learning the language. So young orcas, about 1 or 2 or 3 years old, they wouldn't speak or communicating directly, not directly, correctly. They would communicate like mumbling, like children's language. Yeah, that's just like us. They learn. It doesn't come with the instinct. Okay, so back to the painting. Orcas are called sea pandas because they have, this kind of white patch. The patch is not the eyes. The eye is very small in front of the patch. Some of them are very white. Some group of orca have kind of yellowish white on the white part. So drawing on paper, I'm just going to use very light brown and this one, what you call it, yellow, and I don't have space for that. Yeah, very, very light. It's kind of like no tone. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it here. Right. So at least you see the color is different from the paper. So we're just learning how to draw a pod of orcas today, and we learned that family functions is very important in orcas family. Orcas, they not just orcas, but I'm just talking about whales in general. They know grief, they know happiness, they know celebrations. When a baby is born, the family would gather around, swim close like a circle to celebrate or to help the baby to go up on the water surface. because the baby needs to breathe. And it's just like a birthday party, right? And when they lost somebody, they would actually cry, but yeah, with no tears. If you watch the documentary Blackfish, you'll understand more about how orcas feel when the aquarium in the States captured a baby orcas. The pod was trying very hard to protect the baby, but yeah, they have like two boats chasing, separating pods of orcas, and they got the baby away. And in the video, the pods stay around the bay just to figure out how to get the baby back, but they couldn't. Yeah, so the baby ended up in the aquarium. Yeah, I think just gonna put my name on here and the date as I do as usual. Today is it's a Valentine's Day. Okay. So family is very important in the society of whales, especially orcas. They do remember, they grieve, they mourn, they celebrate, they become happy, they get angry as well. You heard about the orca was attacking the boat in I think the Mediterranean or something. So let's go through this a bit more. This is the orca grandma. This could be an auntie, or this could be a baby boy, a brother, little brother. This could be a bigger sister. This could be, I don't know, uncle. I'm not sure if I think the uncle, because I read somewhere, but I'm not digging in too deep about this, but I've just read somewhere that if the male orca that belongs to this pod kind of mate with the orcas in another pod, like okay, this orca right here in another pod, he would eventually come back to his pod, and she would stay with her pod and give birth to another orcas, which going to stay in that pod. Yeah. So let's say this is the mom. Yeah. So we have the part of orcas here, and the family functions in orcas are, as I told you, very important. If you want to read more about orcas, or I'm gonna recommend you a book, like not in this video because I didn't prepare it, but next time though. So yeah, we're done talking about the orcas family today. Next time we're going to be talking about each ecotypes of orcas. Ecotypes. Yeah, which is not going to be today. And yeah, try drawing the orcas at home. Here, that's just a look close up of the drawing. That's it for today. So orcas say bye-bye.